Oh, that's a coughing. A coughing we will go. Let me ask you this.
A coughing evil hoe.
If you met the Latias girl,
Oh, yeah.
right? And she, like, you and her are vigorously going at it, and then
As you do with a Latias girl.
Yeah, and then afterwards she, like...
Turns into a Latias?
Yeah, you have no idea, but there she goes flying away. She's
I didn't know in advance?
Thank you very much, yeah.
Oh. I would feel the same way as, like,
You're
those...
like, well, like, when Tobias ate
The bizarre thing is
he's like, well, I just am a hawk now.
Well, that's the weird thing. If I'm surprised I didn't know she was a Latias, I think I'd be a little bit, like, upset by that. I'd probably have walked away feeling like a victim of, like, an alien abduction
like the
thing.
Latias herself, as she's flying away,
but if I knew in advance,
at you seductively, and then flies off.
Oh, that's even more upsetting. But that's weird. I don't like that. But if it was like, hey, it's a Latias, and then it turns into the girl, I think at that point I probably do go, okay, cool. But
No,
if,
it's like
I would need to know in
like-
advance. But that's the same as anything. If
There's
like
the girl you're playing at an arcade, she's doing DDR, she's kicking ass, and you're like, wow, she's really cool. She's not saying anything, right? Then afterwards, she drags you into the photo booth. You're making out with her. Okay, perfect. Well,
then
ever
she
see you
turns
again,
into a
she runs,
Latias?
like, flies away as a Latias after, like, wiggling seductively her Latias rump.
wait, is it a human Latias rump or a Latias rump?
Now you know.
I don't like the Latias rump. I'd be like.
That's what I'm saying. But
I would be very enthusiastic about this whole relationship if I knew in advance it was a Latias. Which is probably more than any, like, neurotypical person would be willing to admit.
Probably.
But, like, I really liked it, because she was, like, I like the Dandoo. I like the fact that she was,
a Pokemon.
a purely, what's the, like, human beings are full of all kinds of pretense. Pokemon are not.
Right. She liked Ash.
On that basis...
She says, I likes you, and I wants you. And she grabbed him by the throat.
Yeah, no, I like the 𝐁𝐬𝐚𝐬 𝐒𝐫𝐞𝐰 types, where it's just like, no, she's just, it's just intention expressed as if before the fall of man, you know? And so I'd be down for that. I would be disturbed, though, to fight, because that would mean that she intentionally transformed into that, like, to trick me.
Oh yeah.
It's not just like, I like this human, I'm gonna transform into a human being to properly relate to him, and then in that process, the hormones take over, and she goes, what are these human things?
No.
Like, that I'd be fine with, but it's like if she has a
I
Latias...
like that you're trying to justify it somehow.
No, it makes sense, because if she is a Latias, has weird, like, pro-human hormones, then I'm wondering what is going on, and then it's like I'll turn into this. That'll trick him into this. That's bizarre.
Yeah.
But
she thinks to herself, he won't make out with me in the photo booth if he knows.
If he knows I'm a whale bird.
Yeah.
No, but the other way.
That means that she's had experience, like
right. That she's
with the humans.
She's like, no, that didn't work last time. I tried the whale bird approach. What is that? That's not a real Pokemon
or something.
That's like a voodoo doll.
Yeah, the baby Pokemon. A lot of them were like the
Puke bear.
The bottom of the barrel.
Pookums.
Come on, Pookums. Pookie.
This is what I was saying. They all turned into Plessel and Minun.
Yeah. When it was Pichu's fault, I think Pichu did it first, and they said, wow, that's even more adorable than we thought.
Yeah.
We accidentally made a better Pikachu, and they said, oh, we gotta do it to all of them then, just to show that we're not favoriting one. And so, but every time they made another Pichu, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they've got a quota to match of cuteness.
I think that's it.
Here is a puzzle. There are the pieces.
Damn it. I dropped my ball again.
Here is a puzzle. There are the pieces. There's no more lyrics to this song. I just like.
But I wish there were.
Yeah. You can sing it while you do a puzzle.
It's like an old show, like
puzzles.
Today's
are
special,
the type
or
of thing that when you put them on the table. I don't know. There's no more lyrics. It's just here is the puzzle. There are the pieces.
Evo mode. What should we Evo?
Well, I guess coughing then.
Yep, coughing it is.
You could go to Evo and play this professionally.
Yeah, I could, yeah. And I'll get wrecked.
That would be so humiliating. If you brought Pokemon Pinball to Evo, set up your own, like, booth,
and I'm like,
whatever,
come on.
down, and immediately, like, Mewtwo King comes over, he's like, oh man, I've been training for this all year.
I've been playing this with my tonsils, and you're like, what are you talking about?
And he goes, and he does so.
He just deep throats the controller, and as he's gargling it,
when he pukes it out, it's like, high score.
Yeah, I would be so impressed.
Get the Evo!
I'm trying!
Get it!
Evo is kind of evil.
This is an EVO Pokemon. Do you see him? He's EVO.
EVO, the Pokemon is EVO.
Oh man.
Like, remember when Harry Potter was evil?
What?
Do you remember when, like, all the Christians were like, no, Pokemon is evil?
Oh, yeah.
Harry Potter was evil.
All the televangelists were like, no!
Pokemon
this
is
teaches
evil.
evolution, which we've decided is not supported by the Bible for some reason.
Well, I think it was also, like, monsters.
Because monsters are satanic?
Yeah. Like, you know how...
Oh, man. That was a good, hard belly laugh there. Something about the sight of that coughing. It hurts. I have to stop thinking about that. That was way too funny. The Pokemon is... You know what it was? There's a... Oh man, okay, don't cancel me for this. This is a factual thing that happened. When I was a kid... Oh man.
This is the Don't Cancel Me theme song.
Oh man. I'm gonna put in your name for you. When I was a kid, I had like a necklace that had a Chinese coin on it.
Yeah.
It was made of a Chinese coin. It was like that was the medallion, and the rope went through the middle. And I went to a Chinese food place.
Yeah.
And we had like a good rapport with the guy who owned the place. And he sees the thing and he goes, "Oh!" And he's like, "Come here!" And so I lean forward and he grabs it and he's like holding it up. And I'm a short kid and he's reaching over like the spit guard barrier or whatever. And so I'm like on my tiptoes, like, and he goes, "My coin! This is my coin!"
It's like he
the
lost
Pokemon is evil!
And it's coughing space in the darkness.
I'm imagining that guy. Do you remember that dude?
Yeah, absolutely.
The Pokemon is evil!
It's evil.
Evil.
The Pokemon is evil.
You said it so funny the first time there. I'm gonna have that as my ringtone. I'd pee every day. The Pokemon. He's just smiling. It says EVO under it. EVO! It's like the first one is just reading it aloud. The second one is realizing the concept, like linking one to the other. The Pokemon is evil.
Be wary of evil, my son. But he's in a foreign land and he can't read properly.
What was that guy's name? Was it
Phil? Oh yeah, I think it was. Phil would be good.
Shouts out to
Phil in containers full of chicken all day.
Phil in containers? Like Phil of the future, he's Phil in
How
containers.
did you possibly get coughing as well?
He's EVO!
The Pokemon is evil!
Like, oh my god! My coin! Tell me the link conceptually between hitting the little Woopamers and breaking out the Pokemon.
They are Chimchars, I'm pretty sure. Chimchows? Something like that. I know some of the new Pokemon. I mean new. When we say new, we mean 2002.
That's a good point, isn't it? When was it that we saw? Look at him! His actual sprite in-game.
For sure,
like
it was
way too enthusiastic.
I never played anything past Gold version, like ever in my life. I never touched anything. Never did I actually.
That guy's not from Gold version. He's a Chimchow.
Yeah, but I still buy every so often. I'll be at like a Walmart and I go, "F it, I'm gonna buy a pack of Pokemon cards."
Yeah, I do love Pokemon.
And so
I love Pokemon. I just don't like the games.
But like, I think that all my knowledge
games
after Silver and Gold version, after Johto, comes from this, and it comes from Pokemon cards. Let it be known when I go, "Where's the Mega Evolution EX Charizard real life?"
It's fake. Oh, puzzles.
I feel like the lyric should match the pretend xylophone noise.
Some of my friends say puzzles are not for you, and I say they can deal with it. Yeah.
30-second ball saver.
My balls are saved for 30 old seconds. Does that just start when I need it? Here's a puzzle.
I think it adds on to whatever's already going. Or it will, if you're empty, it will restart at 30 seconds.
It's such a hypnotically beautiful game.
Yeah, I probably said this in the... So I think we've played this on Brother Smash before, but I probably mentioned this before.
Played this on Brother.
There was a time, I remember I played this for a summer, and it was such a hypnotic game. I played it one time, and it was so warm, and I was so overheated, and I woke up with heat exhaustion, having dreamt that the ball kept going around and around in circles, and I hurled. And
so you're playing it outside in the summer.
Yeah, yeah.
At our grandmother's house.
That was back when it was like the Game Boys were meant to play outside.
Yeah, it's the outside video game console. Look at those.
But also, the Game Boy was good just like laying on your bed. Like it was
true,
just.
Yeah, it was actually my preferred thing. Like I did way more.
Oh my, Vulpix! You better catch her.
That's what Dandoo is. You're a Vulpix, remember?
I've been mistaken for one once, and I have a dent in my eyebrow to prove it.
Did that leave a scar?
Like I have so many dents in my skull from things over the years. I don't know.
Do you ever wonder what your skull looks like? You see,
it's
like
not the best shape. I know for sure.
You don't know that. It could be
yes, I do.
The Anunnaki. They say you got to stretch out your skull. To the Native Americans, they say okay.
That's true. Compared to one of the skull stretching tribesmen's. Probably doing pretty good. Or maybe if that really is the goal, then maybe I am
That's
far
the
behind.
goal.
Stretching your skull.
That is the goal. Come on, you low-tads. I knew what they are. Vulpix!
Oh yeah, I also watched the movies up until, when did we stop? Movie 6, 7?
The last one I saw was Destiny
Ruby Sapphire.
Deoxys, and
Yeah,
I went,
same.
ooh, that was cool.
Right, that's Ruby Sapphire. Hey, but you know the new Pocket Monsters anime just came out. Hey, good work.
Pocket Monsters anime?
Yeah, it's like they ended the one with Ash, but they can't just stop making Pokemon.
Did they rebrand to Pocket Monsters?
Yeah, so now it's Pocket Monsters. You don't know about this?
I don't believe you.
Really? It's the first season just barely
You don't
came out.
seem like you would have bullshitted me out of that, like...
Yeah,
like, that's a pretty elaborate nonsense.
Hoax.
But that is hard to believe that they would rebrand to Pocket Monsters.
But why? You knew that they were going to end the Ash one, right?
Yeah, but I figured they'd call it Pokemon Next Gen or something like that.
But with Ash?
Not with Ash. I knew they ended Ash and they were going to do someone else.
Oh, right.
But I figured it was going to be like Pokemon Adventure, Pokemon Next Generation, Pokemon Journey.
I kind of like the fact they're going with Pocket Monsters.
They're really going with Pocket Monsters?
I can look it up.
Is it Pokemon Pocket Monsters?
No, I think it's just called Pocket Monsters. Pocket Monsters 20.
If that flops, they completely deserve it from how stupid the marketing is. It's supposed to be localized, guys. Figure that out. I'm really trying to get it up there. Bap-a-jap-a-jap, don't you see? Wait a sec, I could use my ball saver to drop it down. Hold on, check that. Oh, I thought I could just have it restart from the Sproing kit. You heard me say I was gonna do that.
A new dream and adventure set throughout the entire Pokemon world unfolds in a brand new Pokemon series following a girl named Liko and a boy named Roy.
Liko?
Pocket Monsters 2023.
Is it Rico? And maybe the Japanese don't know what
Liko.
It's Rico. The Japanese just don't know what they're doing, right?
I don't know. It says Liko.
That's nonsense. And they're calling it Pocket Monsters?
Oh, it's Pokemon Horizon.
Yeah, I told you. Pocket Monsters, my ass. What gave you that impression, I wonder?
Because it says Pocket Monsters 2013.
2013?
Or 2023, sorry. Jesus.
Just 10 years off is all.
My whole brain is 10 years off. Pokemon Horizon
I had
series.
fun in 2013. That was a good time. Here is a puzzle. You are playing it again. Everyone knows how to sort out puzzle pieces when you get down and do a jig. Oh, puzzles.
I think in Japan it's Pocket Monsters.
Pikachu. I just burden him. I never know when I have it.
The idea of resetting a series so prevalent is kind of insane. Like, imagine Dragon Ball if they were like, we're going to have Dragon Ball, except none of the Dragon Ball characters are going to be in it.
That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool if they just... It's the Dragon Ball universe, but none of the events happen. We're just kind of retconning 100%.
Yeah,
that'd
but
be
like
kind of cool.
Saiyans exist, the Dragon Balls exist, but other than that, everything's different.
Yeah, there's a Frieza race, there is Saiyans, there's whatever, but you have no idea what to expect. Would you prefer they did that or made like Dragon Ball Super? Which kind of was some ass.
You know, if Dragon Ball Super was done better, it would have been the best.
Honestly, it would have been so easy to write a good story for Super, even with all the same plot points.
They just really dropped the ball.
It's because Akira Toriyama does not care about his series as much as the average Dragon Ball fan does. He doesn't think about it night and day like I do. He doesn't wake up in a cold sweat like, oh man, this is what they should have done with Videl.
It's true. Abe thinks about what they should have done with
I do wake up often thinking about Videl. Well, you win.
Da.
This is the best of best.
EVO.
The Pokemon is EVO.
Just your realization. EVO.
The Pokemon is EVO.